Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the zoning citation hearings, November 1st, 2023. And we have 9 items on today's agenda. Hopefully we'll make quick, efficient work of this. So Counselor, take it away.
Good afternoon, I'm Attorney Gary Obers, today's hearing officer. To my right, representing the city of Norwalk is John Hayducky, the deputy zoning inspector, and we also have the director of planning and zoning, Steve Kleppen here. And when I call your matter, take a seat at the table. And if you are interested party to the matter, you are also welcome to take a seat at the table. When I say take a seat at the table, I'm including zooming in. The procedure is the city presents its findings, then you have a chance to have it to speak, then I'll hear the interested parties, and then we'll try to reach a resolution. And if we can't reach a resolution, I'll make a decision that you may or may not agree with. Let's call the first matter.
First matter is 4 France Street, and I believe we have the property owner and counsel here.
Let's swear in the witnesses.
Good.
Speak. Ready?
He's just sitting at the table.
Okay.
He's not.
State your name, please.
Alex Atamatva.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Okay, let me find 4 France. Sorry, right.
Right. And when we get the share screen going.
Ready to speak 4 and.
Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready, Counselor.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So last time we were here was September 20th, and at that hearing, we continued the matter to today, November 1st. There is still a $12,000 assessed fine on the property. And the condition for this hearing was that a zone change application had to be made for the zone change meeting had to be made.
I thought it wasn't. It was not assessed. It says contingent fines not assessed.
That's a previous fine that we've had on there from.
Sorry, okay.
Back when, yes, there was a contingent fine placed as well. Here you go. Contingent not assessed. So it's contingent on the zone change application. By November 1st.
Okay, good.
So seeing as the representation and owner was present last hearing, we did not need notice. There was oral notice given. And here is the front page of the zone change application, which I am presenting to the hearing officer now. And I just have the front pages because the whole application would be quite large, but that's the official submission.
This is from you, Attorney.
Yes,
There was no objection.
no objection.
Okay.
So the whole packet was submitted at that time. And next thing I will present is verification from our senior planner, Michelle, in our office, that the application fee was paid yesterday. So it's an official application, and I've been told by Michelle, they're going to be running legal notices for this hearing, for the commission hearing on November 5th, this Friday for November 15th is going to be the meeting for the zoning commission.
This Friday.
Running the legals for November 15th meeting. Sure. And that's what I have. The structure is still there. The structure in question that started all this.
One picture, please.
Sure. Again, not part of this presentation, part of previous, and these are available at the office. Give a quick picture though. Been a while since we did it. There's one. There we go.
I got it. Okay.
There we go. So, so that's the structure in question, still there. And as a brief summary, the zone change is necessary not only for the structure itself, the structure will have to be relocated even once if, big if, the zone change is granted, because it would not be compliant even with the new zone. But as the zone does get, the change does get granted, it would have to be relocated to proper setbacks and placement on the property. And also the proposed use would also necessitate the zone change for the building. Right now, it's not being used, it's vacant, it's because it's under construction, but the proposed use would require the zone change. And so that's what I got for an update, a presentation, all yours.
Attorney Hall.
I don't have much to add. You know, the application's in, we're scheduled for the virtual hearing on the 15th. Should legalize the situation. And then once the zone change, if the zone change is approved, then, you know, we'll slide the structure over onto a new foundation and a conforming location.
Okay, so, and what are you asking me to do today?
Well, I guess we should continue it out. A month, I guess, or a month to enable us to have the hearing, and then I can come back and report that
That
we're
is,
good to go, or that we have.
but that wouldn't make sense because the hearing, the zoning commission hearing is on the 15th, so we do have a scheduled hearing for November 29th, which is 2 weeks after that.
How long does, I think the commission makes the hearing, the decision that evening, right?
That's probably their plan.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so you wanna go to 11:29?
Sure. Oh, 11/29, is that during the Thanksgiving week?
It's the week after, we did that on
Okay.
purpose.
Okay, that's good.
Thanksgiving's early.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so-
Yeah, Thanksgiving is that movable holiday. You never know when it's gonna fall. It's just not a designated day.
Okay, so I have a contingent fine here.
A contingent fine of 12,000. That was,
All right, so we'll just leave that contingent until we see what happens. We'll just move, continue this. Okay. Let's see how I put it. The violation continues. Progress. As much. Will be affected. Continue. To 11:29. Three. Contingent. Fine of $12,000 remains. Oral notice, telling, giving you notice.
Got it. Save the paper.
Okay, is that it?
okay, that's the final decision there. We're good for that.
Thank you.
Sure.
You can go.
Alex, you're all set.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna call you later so you can pay for the publication.
That's it.
Or no, I'll pay for, actually, I'll pay for it, Alex, and then I'll bill you.
It's a nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait a minute, how much is the?
that's a good question, that's Michelle.
Okay.
These are mine, these are mine, yes, yes.
Yep, I'll call you. Thanks, Alan. Yep, gotcha.
All mine, yep, sure, you got it.
You want us to move down here, John? or-
If you want, it's up to you,
No,
whatever you feel more comfortable with.
you're right.
My,
Like to keep my distance.
fair enough. Fine. And I have a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks, so we'll see, we'll see how that pans out, see if I'm still safe enough to be near. Right. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's going there, yep. Good. Here goes with us, yeah, goes with this. Thank you, sir.
Important to keep it tidy as you go forward.
Absolutely. I was a disaster. I mean, I'm still a disaster, but I was a disaster asking him these hearings from the beginning. I was all over the place.
Depends on how complicated it is.
Let's see. Oh, they do have, I should probably check that. I think she's here for something else, I believe. Yeah, because I don't think anybody would be here for the next item. So get that out of there. Okay. So next one, Attorney Hall is representing as well. 14 Elm Street.
Yes, I'm the new Liz Suchy or whatever her name is.
Oh, okay.
And that's the notes.
Sorry. My phone's exploding. Turn it off.
Funny little exclamation. Donald Trump screwed up. Okay.
You never know what's gonna.
A little levity here. Here we go.
I'll pay attention.
All right. Whenever you're ready there, Counselor. Probably pretty short one. So last time we were here again, oh yeah, sorry. I get it right.
Then why don't you move over here? Sure. Yeah, you're on candid camera
Attorney
now.
Hall, you should introduce yourself.
Yeah, I didn't last time, but Attorney John Hall,
I hope you don't appeal, because I could blow the whole.
he should say hi. And Attorney John Hall was representing the previous applicant as well. Alex had a mud fire.
Sir, state your name for the record.
Jose Ceja.
Can you raise your right hand and tell me that you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Okay, so 14 Elm Street, last time we were here was September 20th. At that hearing, this was the first time this was in front of us, and per council's request, to continue to November 1st, which is today. We granted that continuance and no fine was assessed. This is the violation is a illegal apartment within a 3-family, so it's a 4-family, illegal 4-family. And it's in a D zone. And so there is an opportunity to perhaps seek a variance for door shut. There's a chance to seek a variance for the extra unit because the property is short on a few criteria for a 4-family within a D zone. Thank you, Counselor. That door stop's not that good. Chair works. Thank you, sir. And so we needed a survey map to verify what exact variances were to be needed. And so we received that map here. This is a small version of it. I have the full size here in the file, small version of it that I have here. Presentation. And I did a very brief go over of this. I have not gone over it with our chief officer, Tammy. But I did a very cursory glance as to what variances may be needed. And so far I've come up with, just make sure. This is a big number. I've come up with 5 that are gonna be needed. Just as so you're aware, lot size, it needs 7,500 minimum. This is only 6,240. We need the front setback for parking. You see the front setback line here along Berkeley Street. In order to legalize the 4-family, we need 6 parking spaces.
Is this relevant?
Well, I believe it is relevant, because it'll show the nature of the application which needs to be made, and that it may take some time.
We're just here to see if there's a violation.
Did we rule on that last time? Yeah, we did rule that the violation was found, so we have to rule that's still there,
And
and
what you're talking about sounds like discussions that don't need to be here, right?
I mean, that's fair, I was gonna,
Sit down and figure it out.
could say that. But I was putting it out there for, just so you're aware of what the process would be going forward, should the council ask for a continuance, how long that may be needed, so you have that idea. That's why I was doing, I mean,
So I don't wanna hear all five of these things.
okay, no, that's fine, but there's, so
They can do them, that's.
I'll
great.
end it there, there's 5 that are required, which is
Okay.
a big number. And so that's brought in, they just have to make the application, and the next available hearing for ZBA would be December.
Now just hold on a second with this thing. Still looks like it's been on a while.
Let's see, yes, the original
What
one,
happened in September 20th? Is that the last one?
that was the last one we were here, yep.
Found, continued to remain first. Our request. So. We got a violation and now. We need time to cure and what, and how long to the next step?
Well, thank you for the question. So the application is kind of gelling together now. What John and I had originally discussed was, kind of trying to formulate what needed to be done and how long that would take. The survey I may or may not have all the information we need on it. I was looking at it and trying to figure out the same things that John was. So I believe we're almost have the full application. I think I need to meet once or twice more with Mr. Hadaki to figure out exactly what the variance application is gonna look like. So, if we can, I don't know what the application date is for the December hearing, but, if we can get on the agenda inside of the time necessary to get on that list, then we'd like to, and so we need a continuation, I guess, to them. I don't know if you want to go all the way out to January, or if you want to, something, maybe we do, maybe just to keep us on a short leash, continue at 30 days, see where we are, whether or not we've applied, filed the application for the variance, or if we're making progress, as you say, and then we'll report back then. And
Okay, let's see what we got.
it's an interesting violation because it's a legal three family
Right.
in a zone D that would allow up to 6 units. So the problem is the area of the lot is slightly too small to squeeze in the 4th unit, which we have. So the solution would either be take out the unit or get a variance. So
So you're gonna try and get a variance.
we're trying to get variance.
All right, see what happens.
the deadline for the December meeting for ZBA is the 15th, 2 weeks from today.
Right.
And then that meeting, the December meeting, I believe is scheduled for I think it is the 21st, even though it's kind of close to Christmas there. I think it is the 21st.
Okay,
So we have a hearing scheduled on the 29th. So I think we'd be able to at least get a meeting with me and Attorney Hall by then. And if all goes well, should be able to get the application into Tammy
By the 15th.
by the 15th.
okay, so we would continue to the 29th.
That would be the next hearing after the submission date, which is the 15th.
Okay, that works for everyone.
Works for me.
Works for me.
Okay,
I have a hearing that night.
I think it's gonna be a VIP on 15th.
You're gonna be recouping?
Yes.
Probably why Mr. Kleppen is in the room, so he knows what's going down on the.
violation continued. Application underway. Application for variance. Oh, fine, it's fine. You. 29,
Yes, that would be the one right after that.
3. Look at all notes.
Got it. Received.
Hey,
Small question.
Yes,
Does the recreational area only, can't be in the front yard? It can only be in the side or rear yards? That's the idea.
all right.
And with a corner lot, don't we get 2 recreational areas? I'm gonna have to talk to the surveyor.
I think so. I think that's a good idea.
All right.
All right, Counselor, you're all set. All right,
Thank
you're all
you.
set.
Thank you very much.
You got it.
thank you.
See you on the 29th.
You got it. You? Hey,
All right, that was quick.
Thank you.
that was good, yeah. That's good. See, so we got that. That was an easy one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna ask the participant there who they're here for, so I know. So I don't
Hope it
keep-
wasn't what we just said.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, but we'll. Let me take a look here. Let's see here. Anna, are you here for anything in particular?
No, just watching.
Okay, sounds good. Thank, if you do participate, just throw your hand up there and I'll get you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Got it. I didn't, forgot her last initial. Okay, so that.
Sebastian T.
Oh, okay, that may be why. Gotcha. All right, thank you. Alright, so I think the next one, which is 32 Cassuth, I believe they're outside, so let me go grab them real quick. Thank you.
It's crazy that
We're here, right? That's all that matters.
you have to have all these stuff after.
All right. You guys are up right now, so if you wanna take a seat up there, yeah.
71.
Hello.
Hello.
No, I don't even know what, but I was hearing crazy numbers.
Over here?
Near that.
That's the big version. There we go.
It's okay.
Previous one. And these are the notes.
Okay.
All right, so we're on the 32 Cassuth Street. Counselor, would you wanna swear in the witnesses there?
And the witnesses. State your name, please.
Marcia Jordan.
So Jordan.
Raise your right hands. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Very good.
All right, we're underway here.
Okay, so you know what, I'll briefly skip ahead real quick. This bit of housekeeping. And so this is. I never got that before. Okay. This is the hearing notice for today.
Right.
And that was sent on the 27th for today. And there's the date, and this is Constable Bondi's service, and we have the owners here.
Okay, so notice is found.
Very good. Okay, and we'll go back up to the original page here. So the last time we all met here for a hearing was way back in July 26th. And at that time, the matter was continued to Wednesday, September 20th And a zoning approval was needed by then. That was a condition that was placed. And so after that, let's sit by these again. So a application for zoning approval was submitted July 24th.
Okay,
And so this violation was for just as a quick recap, was for a unpermitted unit,
July 24th.
which is right, that was just before
Before here.
right, exactly. So, we took, now this is the whole application, it's got the plans in there. I did not put that again in the presentation because that would be a little, lengthy. So after that, we did a review of the application submitted, a quick review. And so I have an email here that I sent to
Is there pictures
of those there. No, I guess I didn't copy the plans because there's a ton of them and
There's
they
a
were,
picture of the property.
oh, the property.
Can you remind me of what's going on?
I could do that. Right, I think I promised last time I would do that. Haven't, didn't follow through on that. I apologize. Let me see. There's a good photo here. Here we go. Yeah. That's property.
There we go. Now I
There,
remember.
there we go. That's a
1,000
bit of
words.
close up. Yep, picture worth 1,000
There we
words.
go.
Perfect.
So I got it now.
All right. Back together. So the application was submitted and we did a quick review here in the zoning office for make sure that it had everything it needed. And on September 13th, I emailed the owner Marcia saying that we did a review, and while it had the basics that could possibly get through, because this is a multifamily, even once the apartment is removed, the plans needed more details and needed more, especially for the building department and the fire marshal. And I wanted to prevent the owner from coming in here multiple times, because if they need to amend the plan, they gotta come back in, they gotta get our approval again. So to get, better plans, I did say they don't have to be architectural, they just gotta be a little more detailed for a multifamily. So the next set of correspondence I have here, is from between, again, me and myself and the property owner, basically agreeing to a date to meet. This email was on the 21st, this little email changed on the 21st. The meeting was scheduled for the 22nd, as you see on the first page there. And we did meet and went over the requirements that would be needed to get adequate plans. And so I was hoping by now we'd have the plans, but we don't have those amended plans. But we still have the applications in still, that hasn't been necessarily been denied. We'll take that how that will. And that's where we are today. And
So what? Hey, what's going on?
Sorry.
Where are you with this project? I heard what,
Well, I had the health department to come in, had the fire marshal to come in and they check, make sure all the smoke detectors and everything is there. So they give me the okay, so the stove been removed out of the apartment downstairs, the leak apartment, all that been taken care of. So I don't know where else to go now.
where's the building permit stand?
The building permit?
Yeah.
For what? I mean, what else did I have to do? You know, I ain't had nothing.
so what you have to show the actual plans of, like, for example, so the apartment that's being evicted, the guy that has to move out,
Yeah, they been out.
okay, so now what you have to show are scaled and detailed plans for the, for like where the kitchen is, having that removed, showing and detailing things like the plumbing's gonna be capped behind the walls for, you know, the sink and the dishwasher and all that. Showing if there's where the stove was, that is now behind the wall. So it's a before and after.
Oh,
See what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
See what I'm- And then what happens is we do an inspection after we approve those and the building department does, they grant a permit. They do the inspection. They do walk through and do their inspection, make sure everything was done properly when it comes to plumbing and electrical and things like that. And then we go through, so basically we see the final result, the after part of the before and after picture.
But should have got a plumber to unhook the stuff
That's-
before you
yes.
got.
Because it's not necessarily for us, it's gonna be for the building department. The
Yeah, I
building department
understand,
needs
I
to, yeah,
understand that. I mean, I should have done that before he took it apart.
right, because the building department's gonna come out and they're gonna
Check it, yeah.
check it, so if they put the sheetrock there or they put something over, they're gonna have to open it back up again. To look
That's
in
what we
there,
gotta do then.
yeah,
That's what we gotta do. But he capped it off, put a cap over the gas.
well, you might be able to,
Remove
but
the
again, that's
stove.
gonna be. That's gonna be the building department, if they say that's okay, that's great.
Oh, okay,
That's
all
great,
right.
yeah. It's just for us, so we gotta see those plans, they have to be, you know, you have to detail that, you can't just have a little sketch saying, oh, no kitchen here. You have to actually say and show, oh, here's where the kitchen used to be, the stoves being, like, for example, the plumbing's being capped. The stove exhaust is being removed, you have to actually detail that.
But it had to do with baseball,
Yeah, whatever, I'm just using an example,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So I would say if you have, like, I think I mentioned when we met, that if you have somebody who's good with drawing, with good drawing the plan, like that can, a contractor or something like that, that that can draw a quick plan, even on graph paper. That would work, that would be fine.
But you just talking about just downstairs,
Yeah,
that,
the
the basement, the
part,
one
right.
was move out.
Right, the only thing we need for the other floors, you don't need to be that detailed, the other floors, we just need a quick layout, that's all.
the one that we give you is no good?
The one for the other floors are, yeah, that's fine, because you just labeled the floors, that's fine. The one on the first floor is where we need more detail, where the apartment's being
In
removed.
the
from.
basement apartment,
Correct, yep, that's where we need the detail.
all right,
So you know what you have to do.
as soon as possible.
You know what you gotta do. If you have any questions, you'll meet with Mr. Hayduck. You'll make sure you understand what you have to do. Because by next time you're here, I wanna see a building permit. Okay? You understand? All right, how much time you need?
Couple of weeks,
Okay, when's the next hearing?
should be able to do it in a couple of weeks.
Sound good to you?
The next hearing is the 29th. So I think if we can get. Here's what I think we can do, if we can. Maybe meet up again, if you wanna come down, Sal, if you wanna come down as well. I can find an example of what we need, maybe we
Okay.
come down next week, I'll come.
But she can come in.
Right, example of what we would take for a similar situation. So that you can take that and you can adjust it to your
Oh, okay.
situation, and then by the 29th, you should be able to have at least an application to the building department for their permit, if not a permit already issued.
So I gotta get a permit,
Yeah, it's gonna be with us and the building department, so you can get to it.
all right,
So you should be able to do that, so I think the 29th is appropriate, I think,
Okay.
we can definitely
All
accomplish
right.
something by then.
All right, so I won't say building permit must be in here, but I'll say next step is building permit. Okay, let's do this study. I think we already put a contingent fine on this case.
If we did, it was. I actually don't have that.
Two envelopes.
Oh, I must print out one and it's always good to have an extra one, I will need it.
$5,000 contingent fine remains on the solicitor.
No, I just didn't put it on the bottom there, my apologies, I didn't put it on the bottom.
Okay, so. Violation continued. Application for building permit underway. I'm going to leave the contingent fine here. So $5,000 contingent fine remains. Okay, you understand that means there's no fine, but there's a contingent fine. If you don't do what you're supposed to, you'll be looking at $5,000.
No, as long as I know what I gotta do, I do it. It's no
Okay,
problem.
well, I'm just telling, make sure you understand. Remains. Continued to, we say 11/29. 11/23, oral notice. I'm giving the notice right here and now for 11/29. We're not sending the Marshall or sending certified mail. Okay, any questions? Are we all set?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
We'll be,
thank you.
we'll be in touch, be in touch this week. We'll be in touch to arrange something for next week.
Okay,
All right,
Thank you.
all right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Different boy.
thank you so much.
You got him, Marcia? May I?
This,
Thank you.
this,
Thank you.
you get everything except this.
Yeah, well, take it all.
Freeze warning, gee.
And it's that time of year, that's for sure. I'll make sure the rest, anybody else is now, but I think we can skip ahead on the agenda, seeing as somebody was so kind to come, actually show up here.
Sorry.
Well, nobody out there, so,
Right there?
yeah, come on up. All right. Okay, so that one's off theirs. Let's get the proper one up here.
It's clear that a lot of people don't understand what the actual direct, and it's kind of unfortunate. It is, and like in like layman's terms, like they didn't get what they needed to do.
Right.
I didn't realize this was the director of planning and zoning over here, but like, it's like these small people that like need some kind of help and
Well, that's
can't get a
why-
chance while these big developers are coming in and doing whatever the hell they want in
That's
our
why I let
city.
these people talk as much as they want.
Yeah, because they really didn't, he didn't
Right,
grasp it, and you kept on saying, do you understand? Do
right.
you understand? And it's tough. And this is what I wish I was
Attorney Hall
still on the
says, "Well, I'm
council."
not gonna sit and listen to that.
Yeah, Attorney Hall, don't worry about him, yeah, that's,
Poor guy.
okay, so this is 194 East Ave.
194, that sounds familiar.
For those keeping score at home, that's number 7 on the agenda. We like to reward folks who come in,
Where is 194?
physically or
Right over, in between,
Mike's Deli.
in between,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts and
Okay.
Rite Aid there.
Okay.
So let's get this out here. Here's the, oh, not that one. That one. Yeah. Previous decision form. And. The notes. Oh.
I'm happy to bring you up to date for my cliff notes based on our last
Okay,
meeting.
let's swear you in. Station name, please,
Michelle Maggio,
and why are you here? What is your role here?
I'm the owner of the property.
Okay, and you are. There you are. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Very good. So this is probably gonna be my shortest presentation of the day. That probably does everybody a lot of good. So again, we'll do a little housekeeping as I got put it on the record here. Here was our hearing notice for today. Sent on the 27th, and November 1st is the hearing date. And this is Constable Bondi's service. And it is to the owner.
Any objection to notice?
No objection.
Notice is.
Very good. So we'll go back up to the last time we were here, which was very recently, October 11th. And on that hearing, the matter was continued to today, November 1st. Eviction trial was scheduled. There's an eviction in place for the tenant that's causing the issues here.
Right.
And that was scheduled for October 17th. So that was last week, thereabouts. And there was already $1,000 assessed fine placed, 2,000 contingent based on progress. And must have progress update by today. And I'll be completely honest, counselor, that's all I got. I was hoping the owner would be here today, which she is, to provide an update. I don't have them.
You're on.
The last time we met, you said to me that you needed something, even if it's just on the docket at that moment. I had Alice McQuaid as my attorney. She did drop the ball. I got excited when I saw something on, I love Alice and Rick very much,
All right.
but it is something got mixed up. And I got excited when I saw a child date scheduled for 10/13.
Right.
So when we further looked into it, it basically said that it was a child date to dismiss my case based on the fact that it was dormant because Alice didn't file the proper paperwork to make it go through with the CARES Act, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I took up with another attorney, Mark Sank, in Stanford. He was able to get me in on October 17th. And the trial did take place on October 17th. We spoke with the judge in the beginning of the housing meeting where he dismissed us all up into mediation, basically told us figure something out and or come back to my final answer. So our judgment is forming for November 30th. She needs to vacate the premises for November 30th. Subsequently,
Was it agreement?
that was our agreement in mediation,
Okay.
that she could not reopen the case, that nothing
I
could
can
go
read
on.
this.
So,
Keep a copy of this?
I didn't make a copy of it. Can I bring one? Can I make a copy
Yeah,
and bring it
copy
back?
machine, sure.
Oh, okay, that's great. In City Hall, they have copy
Yeah,
machines. Jeez.
we're really up to date.
So, Unite CT did contact me to try to like overrule the judgment, and offer me money to let her stay there, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
I don't have that copy either, but I did decline it.
Okay.
And, I do want to, commit with the November 30th
Okay,
eviction.
all right, so,
Then we may be able to enter the premises
okay, so you need,
and give you everything you need.
so let's see what happens by November 30th. They'll put her out on the street if she's not out. And when is our next hearing?
Well, the next hearing
December 29th.
was November.
Oh, November
29th.
Oh, November 29th.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not gonna help.
So the next one after that we have scheduled, due to the holidays, is January 10th.
Okay, well, she's gonna be out. So you'll be able to enter. And now what happens next?
So I need to get the proper paperwork for that third floor. And I was like looking through everything that I did have, and I'm like, I have all of my paperwork from all of the other apartments and deli with Mr. Hayducky's signature, like that,
Yeah.
I have proof that I did everything else properly. This is something that was, done prior to me purchasing it, and now we just have to get
Okay,
the
so-
permits required.
Did she, was the eviction based on no lease or not payment of rent?
She hasn't paid me since July of 2022.
And you waived the payments?
Yes, so that
Just to
she
get rid
would
of it.
just get out.
Okay,
Correct. She owes me over $35,000 plus legal fees, and I just need her to get out.
okay. All right, that sounds, so let's continue this. The fine, I said, gave you $1,000 fine for some reason, right?
Because I didn't come to a meeting, I believe. It was an assessed $1,000 fine,
Okay,
That was from a while ago, but I think it
10,
was.
16.
I can look on here, no, it was actually back on May 17th is when it was issued. It's the same thing, the $1,000 assessed and the $2,000 contingent were both the same day.
okay. So let's do this then.
So what was written in the last meeting, the last.
Yeah, that was
hearing,
just, it was continued on because the continuance
I
was
needed to
granted
have
today.
progress by
Today
November
would-
1st, right?
Okay, when you have progress. Violation continues. Eviction underway for 11/30. 23. Continued to. What date did we-
So the January, let me make sure I said that date right, so it's always a Wednesday, so it's. Yep, January 10th.
January 10th, 2024, that's gonna give you enough time to. At least tell us what's going on once you got the
Right.
equipment back.
So once it's vacated, I'll be able to provide you with measurements and everything that is required.
Okay, so assessed fine of $1,000. I'll leave this here so we remember it. Remains contingent fine of $2,000 remains. Anything to that today? Oral notice, meaning I'm telling you here and now that that's when your hearing is January 10th, we're not sending it. Any questions?
No question. I feel like I'll still see Mr. Bondi, but
No, we got John.
We can't afford him, he says.
he's so expensive. I can't even buy him a sandwich when he comes in
And he
because it's
keeps-
like considered
And he,
a
and
present.
he keeps saying he's the best deal in town. I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay,
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
you too. Wait a minute, you want your?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a copy
Is it
real
okay?
quick.
Do you mind? I'm
Here, I'll
sorry.
make a copy real quick. You got your tea down here if you want that.
Oh. Six years on the common council, and I don't miss this at all. I don't know how you keep on doing it.
It's only once, twice a month.
Oh, okay.
It's not, every day would be a lot.
That's yours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you later, guys.
I got my stamps and everything in my desk, so.
Is that for an illegal apartment?
Yes, it's on the upper level.
Sure, we didn't lose any rent
Uh,
since it was legal.
I mean, she, according to the village, said that she hasn't been paid since July.
It's not legal. Wouldn't be getting rent.
Oh, anyway, right. So. And then. She tried to get in there to get, you know, measurements so we can get the plans to get it evicted, and to get it out of there, but the woman refused to leave. Alright, so that's October. That's it. That's all. Sorry. No worries. Well, make sure there's nobody outside again. If not, then we can just keep going down the agenda. Let's make sure again. Oh, empty. So next one, I guess we'll just continue on with 9 Godfrey.
Okay.
A little bit more of a presentation, so. The last form, and this is the hearing memo. My God, there we go. Okay. Everybody, all right. Oh, I copied these out of order. My fault, everybody. Hearing notice for today. And there's a hearing notice again. You notice a pattern with these. His date and time, and here is Constable Bondi's. Oh. What happened?
Kicked you out for some reason.
Oh, that's not good. It's still recording, so that's not
Yeah.
terrible, so I just gotta redo the share stream, so. There we go.
You know who resides here?
Not, he did, but not at the moment. Because there was a house fire. And
Before
he
or after?
was, oh, before this. And he was here, if I may. He was here. I believe with the same service. In July, I believe he was here, yes. He was here in July.
Yep.
And in July, Constable Bondi did the same thing, a boat service.
Right.
So I would present that he at least, at the very least, is there and some regularity to check his mail.
It's a presumption.
It is a presumption.
Fire was before this happened, before
That's what started the whole violation, this whole big old file.
that time he got it, this time he didn't. Oh, he didn't show up this time.
And we use Constable Bondi just for these types of occasions. Because
Yeah,
the owner of
I
record is,
understand, but if his place is uninhabitable, he may not have gotten a notice.
well, it's also, I think. It may be quite difficult to find the owner of record.
That's not,
Well, no, I know, I understand that every record that we have, land records and tax records show him residing at 9 Godfrey. and he's temporarily out of there.
Well, let's do this. I'm gonna find notice with the understanding that if he tells us he didn't get it, then
We can go back and do this presentation again. I would submit that he was here in that July hearing, so anything
you know.
prior to that, he's aware
Oh,
of.
yeah, that I'm not.
So we would start off
We
again
go
from,
today.
Yeah.
Or we could just continue it. And send him the notice and try again. Same spot.
the only thing I was looking for today, to be honest, I can definitely skip ahead. The only thing I was looking for, and this, I don't know if this affects what we wanna do. I was not looking for an assessed fine, I was looking for a contingent fine to be increased.
I see, okay, we have a contingent fine. It's contingent, okay.
Have been some developments since our last hearing that, well, you know me, normally I don't ask for an increase unless there's a reason,
I understand.
so. It's up to you, if you just wanted to say continued, that's fine, we can go to the 29th. The house is not habitable.
Right.
There's nobody in it, it's still, part of my presentation was gonna show that it's still a bit of a burned out shell. So it's not like the apartments are habitated or the house is habitated.
All right, so the only question is, do we increase the fine or not? Why don't we not increase that, because let's just continue and see if we can get them here the next time, and if not, as long as we made our best efforts, I'll go on. So I'm gonna find notice.
Oh, where'd I put it? Did I take it out? Oh, it is stuck to this, sorry, just flip to that. Sorry about that.
Let's do this. It's not here. Violation continues. Notice found despite and a bit of ability of the finishing fine. That was $5,000 remains continued to
Well, we can stock up the 29th, why not?
11/29. Read notice. He leaves it at the usual pace of abode. Are we sending mail?
Yes,
Okay, what happened to the mail?
haven't gotten anything from the post office, because I think they're running into the same problem that Constable Bondi is, because it's certified mail. So they
But you
probably
also
keep
do-
attempting,
Do you do a uncertified?
yep,
right?
do both,
So that's either sitting in his mailbox.
probably sitting right next to Constable Bondi's service.
Yeah,
Well, Constable Bondi, he lives in the door. So,
he doesn't. Can he just take a look in the mailbox and see if your letter is there?
I can ask him, I can ask Constable Bondi to do that at least.
Yeah, because if it's still sitting there, maybe he's not picking up his mail.
Right, he may not, you're right, I mean, just because he did it once doesn't mean he's still doing it,
Right,
it's not necessarily a pattern.
right. So let's see what happens. So you're gonna send out another letter.
Yep, I'm gonna do that
We're
ASAP.
gonna check and see if, so that's still sitting there, it's possible, and I'm just leaving it in a door that's of an uninhabitable building, that's.
Let me just start, I gotta make, before I make a comment here. Alright, well, okay, this may be a little part on me, and I don't know how we would go forward with this, totally get your feeling on this. I do have the owner's email address on this application. He sent an application for zoning approval. I could send the notice via email, but he would have to verify that he got it. Like I can send anything, but just make sure he got it. And then maybe, and I mean, just about any response would, I think he would say, I got your letter, or, you know,
Well,
what is this? or
Yeah, if you
something like
send them up, there's gonna be a $5,000 fine if you don't respond.
that. And I could do that, just send an email and
Right,
see if he responds. I would hope he would.
right.
And typically we just don't, I mean,
Yeah,
we just
well,
don't do email because it's not, I guess we could say non-traditional way of doing things.
Well, world moves on.
Yeah, I mean, if I have his email now, I can,
Yeah, I mean, we're like every good faith effort to make sure he's noticed.
right. No, I understand. That's perfectly fine with me. That works for me.
Attorneys. Where's the guy $10,000 and I just never knew about it.
Well, that's what happened when he was our first steering officer and got us into a bind, if you will. You know, I'll just keep all this. I'll act as if that presentation never happened.
Okay.
So I got that. No, I get that. We do have a couple of those, you know, out there where there's a fire or something happened where, you know, the place is, you know, not habitable. You know, it's not, they're clearly not there, but they're not gonna go change their, you know, billing information or tax information and all that.
Right,
for
for
that.
that, people that care about
Where they are, but they won't tell the city or anybody else for that matter, so.
if nobody's sitting here, I'm gonna just go to the bench.
Sure, yep, you know, I'll make a quick pause, or take a quick pause there for a second, everybody. Where's my pause button? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
I heard that, right?
All right. Okay,
All right.
all right, everybody, for anybody keeping score at home, this is 200 West Rocks Road, and that is item number 8 on the agenda, page 2 for you. Oh, here, and this is a brand new one. You haven't seen this one yet. Obviously, we remember the cuteness. Haven't seen this one yet.
Oh, parking in the front setback.
And one of your favorites, yes.
We inherited it this way.
Don't worry, I gotta do my legal
Oh,
spiel and then
sorry.
you guys have all the time in the world, and I get overtime for these, so you have all the time you want.
I can talk for a long time. if
That
you'd like.
works for me too. That works for me. I can argue there.
Need a diaper change in the middle?
That I can't do, but I'll let you guys handle that.
I can do it.
Yes, I wasn't looking for you to volunteer, but yeah, fair. Go for it. Oh, okay, so we'll bring this one to the front. There we go. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, so. As I alluded to, this is a brandy new one for all involved, so I gotta start from the beginning, sit back, relax, and enjoy my presentation. Nobody ever does. So, we received a complaint, brace yourself, all the way back in September of 2021.
Jumped right on it.
Oh yeah, I jumped right on. I couldn't wait. So basically. The complaint, parking in the front setback, I'll Reader's Digest condensed version. They also did, the complainant also filed some photos, which I have here.
So this is the complaint,
Yes, it is.
201 restaurants, right?
Yeah, across the
The
street,
neighbor across the street.
yes. And took a picture on Independence Day of all days.
Also, our house no longer looks like this, so
Oh,
we
yeah,
drove by.
We're gonna,
The setback that matters. All right. let's go.
yeah, that's what matters, yeah. So I did my initial research and I found this was the trigger as to why we're here today. This is the most recent zoning sign off and approval that we have. It is from August of 1987. I was a robust 3 years old, so,
That was even before.
Words to be thought about.
so that approval does show, I highlighted the driveway.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a grandfather clause from our topo maps or something like that. Not so lucky in this case. And so a little explanation on the bottom there. That was the driveway configuration in 1987 approval, so that's what sticks to today because
Did you
the.
do like the formalities yet with the notice and the swearing in?
Well, I always show what why we're
Oh,
here,
okay, fine.
and then I go to the housekeeper.
Okay.
So that is the next page. Well, not the
All right,
very
that's
next
fine.
page. That's the zoning approval
Make sure I
there
don't miss it.
from our previous zoning officer, Jim Bradley. Put that in perspective, he's been retired for 16 years now. Anyway. And that's the certificate there. So based on that, sent a notice to the owner of record. There's the tax card. And go down, there's my notice. And due to the address, we did not have Constable Bondi send that. We don't have that kind of money for his mileage. So we didn't send the constable on that. We let the post office do his thing.
So you don't live there.
Oh, we do live there. It
Yeah,
was just,
that was,
it never got updated in the system when we moved in.
No.
It was my
Well,
parents'
don't talk
address.
yet, you're not sworn in yet, but still.
for all we know, it could be a total farce, right? So that's, and then but we did get a green card. So that's good. We got
This
something.
is your sign this.
Somebody's got that.
My father. I don't live there. It's my parents' address.
I can go, mysteries abound, so. January 11th, 2022. I wrote this memo to the file because a lot had happened between when I sent that initial notice and the 11th. So the property owners came in, met with me and informed me that they had a zoning approval, application for zoning approval. I'll get it right sooner or later. In with our office. And I'll let you finish reading that up there. Right, very good. So, and as a part of that approval, we agreed that the driveway could be remedied as part of that approval. But with a little caveat that if we keep getting poked a little bit to do something, we could, because there's nothing in our statutes that said, nothing in our regulations that just because there's a permit, which we agree that something could be remedied, we reserve the right to continue enforcement. Just simply because we have no guarantees to when the permit would actually be closed. Somebody in theory can pull a permit and it could be open in perpetuity and the violation never gets cured. But we try and give everybody a chance, give a benefit of the doubt. And frankly, for a violation like this, I was willing to go any route I could because frankly, I have other issues. Yeah, I agree. So here was the, have a seat, Guillermo. So this was the zoning approval that we issued for other work to the property, additions, renovations. That was what we alluded to, that the house doesn't quite look like it does at that time. And on the bottom there is the condition, driveway must be reconfigured to compliance prior to COZZ. My next exhibit here, it's a little crooked, but I think the hearing officer will get the gist. That is the sticky wicket on a survey, this area in front. As the hearing officer knows through time doing this post, there are two remedies here, and I'll put this on the record. There are two remedies. One, to eliminate that front area and then extend the driveway just a little bit to the side of the house to get legal parking behind the front setback. Or, no, the other way. See my little hash marks there? Right there?
Yeah, okay.
That's the extension that's needed.
Oh, okay.
And a little, I know, right? Darn regulations. Or the other option would be they could, in theory, just don't have to do anything with the existing driveway and just reduce that front area down to the 8x10 turnaround key that you've seen so many times, so trendy. So those were the two options, given the fact that we had a permit and there was going to be work going on to the house. That front area could be useful for construction, so we said, okay, you can keep that, just at the end, it has to go, and you have to extend, and was agreed upon do the extension on the side of the house. So that was all the way back again in 2022. So flash forward, if you will, to May 1st, 2023. This is I send contact letters every now and again. When when I don't want to send a citation, put it that way. So basically outlining that, look, we had this permit that was issued in 2022. It's been over a year. Totally understand that we had an expected child here, but the neighbors were inquiring about the resolution. So could we get an update? May 8th. Response from owner. And the highlighted part there that is the process there, what they were anticipating doing next. And also mentioned that we have a little one to take care of here, and parking in the front setback may slightly take a backseat.
Oh, imagine.
Imagine that. So, and then follow up, this is my response, my long-winded response. Basically reminding that the area has to be removed for, as part of the approval. That's all. Then my other option there, the second, is the 8x10 turnaround key. Again, that's also something that could be done. And at the time, I had no intention on sending anything. I had absolutely no intention on sending a citation or anything like that. I figured we're doing what we can here. But given that I continually received inquiries, and it had been, in full honesty, it had been about 16 months. I figured, you know what? Let's save face with our process here and make sure it look like we actually, do enforcement around here. Some people would say we don't. And so I sent the citation for today's hearing. I let it go as close as I could so that the possibility of an assessed fine would be minimized. And so there's the citation to the owner of record. We had Constable Bondi do his thing. Let me get his moment in the sun here. That's Constable Bondi's service receipt. To abode, but I will say proper notice was proper because we do have the owners here. And last but not least, I'm going to throw out there, this was response to citation from the property owner. Just received the citation, first line, so even more so, no, Constable Bondi did his job. And so this was just the response to that. And my last response, go through all this, yeah. Establishing a record sucks.
You're doing a great job.
I'll tell you what, and if a judge hears that at some point, so be it. So this was my response. It's a long-winded, unnecessary thing, but well, flash forward to basically.
Wow, very pretty.
Hey,
You really did it.
they give us money for colored markers, and I take advantage of it.
It certainly tells you everything. you need to know.
Absolutely. So there we go. So that is the proposal for the 8x10 turnaround key. And just showing where everything is, 40-foot setback, landscape, blue area is the turnaround key, and the area in front of the porch here, that can also be used for parking. Once you get behind that 40-foot line, as you are well aware, the city of Norwalk, as it stands now, you can pave your whole yard as a parking lot. Just can't do it in front. So, and this last one was just a notice that they will be here on the 1st. And here we are, and there's that whole email chain, and yada, 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 here's the record, yada, yada, I'm wordy. And really, that's it. I'll be completely honest, I'll end it there. The violation's still there. The permit was issued by us and the building department. Is still active, valid, the whole king caboodle. So it's a matter of how do we want to continue this? We do have the violation is still outstanding. We do have inquiries from the neighbors asking for progress. There is, and unfortunately, the bad news I do have to give, there is no regulatory allotment for what we do on the permit to allow somebody to fix a problem as a condition of a permit. If that makes sense. It's, the violation's a violation. We can at any time. So I am not asking for fines. I believe I'm not even asking for contingent fines. All I'm asking for is us to agree upon a date to which one of these resolutions for the driveway could be done. And that's really it. Like I said, it was a long-winded one, pretty self-explanatory from our perspective. But
At this
Why not?
point, we haven't found notice yet.
have we found notice?
No, I haven't had a chance to ask the witnesses if they object to it.
Do your thing.
State your name for the record, please.
I'm Hillary Norholm, Schnipp on record, I guess. I don't know, I need to change that in the file. Hillary Schnipp Norholm,
And you're the,
owner of 200 West Rocks.
would you raise your right hand? You're gonna speak.
Yes.
Raise your right hand. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I swear to tell the whole truth.
Thank
Nothing
you.
but the truth.
Okay. You heard the story of note. You have notice, you're here today, you don't object to notice.
Correct.
Okay. Now we can move on. You've heard everything Mr. Hideki had to say. What do you have to say?
So the permit, first of all, is very open and active. We still have to put siding on the house and finish a roof line over where this one's bedroom now is.
So when we did this project, when I came in and talked to John, I had no problem with it. I was great with it, cool. I started ripping walls apart and it was setback, 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 and then Nora, our daughter, was born. Here, like my wife and I have talked, we do not object to this.
Our big concern is safety.
Is safety,
It's
yeah,
a very,
because
very dangerous corner.
in the last year, we've had 3 accidents, 202.
Between 200 and
Our neighbor
Three,
on the other side has mailboxes been taken out multiple times.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah, and we have a nice blind spot coming out and people do
I know.
run
I'm well
rented
aware
of that. So do I want to fix it? Yes. I have no problem, but I'm gonna have to do it myself. We ran into budget issues with the house. There was carriage bolts holding up the rafters.
We had to
Building
redo.
department was in disbelief when I told them that.
Yeah.
So we just started getting setback after setback.
Not zoning setback.
Not zoning, no, sorry.
Not zoning setback, just make sure it's
Whole different thing.
a whole different-
Yes.
whole different kind.
We want to adjust this, but we do need some time because he is going to be doing it himself.
I'm gonna be going to Taylor Rental and buying stuff.
Renting stuff.
Renting stuff.
But in addition, we do have a couple questions
Sure.
just to clarify what we can do, because we're a little concerned with 8x10. We are big people, we are not small people, and we have big vehicles as a result.
Mhm.
And turning around, like, I'll be honest, I don't think her stroller could even turn around in that spot. So it's a small spot. So right now, like both of our vehicles, the turning radius, just where we come out of when we park up right up to the garage
Mhm.
to get in there, it would be way past the 8x10, just based on the wheelbase of our cars. So it's a little bit tight. So we've talked to a few contractors that are friends just for free consultation. And there's the suggestion, I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna mention names either, but there's a suggestion that gravel is potentially a solution, stone dust and or land, like grass with like grasscrete in it so that you're not ripping up the grass every time you back in or back out. Is that something that
Does that
planning and zoning
count
would be
as
open to?
coverage?
Coverage, at least your worries. Unfortunately, that does count in the city of Norwalk.
It does.
It does. Anything
Okay.
that is a hard surface,
Okay,
so anything down from pavers to asphalt to concrete to, we have down in Rowayton, we have people that use crushed shells to use
Yes.
for their driveway.
he's an oysterman, so
There
he
you
would
go.
love to
Fair
use
enough.
crushed shells.
Fair enough. those all, at the moment, they all count. Now,
Okay.
that could change. We are, as you know, we're doing a regulation rewrite. That parking in the front setback at the suggestion of myself and the hearing officer is being looked at by the planners that are doing
Oh,
it.
interesting.
So at the moment, those all count.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the only thing I can offer, and I know we don't like getting into the nitty gritty of this while here, is that 8x10 is a short area, but we do allow for reasonable access to that. It's just the space itself must be 8x10, so if you need to fan out a little bit,
Oh, that's the
To
proper
get
term
that-
for it, yes.
Okay.
fan out a little
Okay.
bit, we can do that.
Okay,
We're not gonna allow a, 15x20,
Right.
but we can get you maybe a little more space.
right, because I was thinking like just logistically, I've tried to back into that 8x10 that you drew up and like my car just doesn't even do that.
And it doesn't, and keep in mind, it does not have to be there. I just use that, the 8x10 could be anywhere between your property line and the front setback line.
Oh,
I just put it there because that's the existing asphalt. That's typically easier to
Right.
deal with than putting down something new.
right.
But you can put it anywhere from the front property line to the front setback line.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if it has to be up a little closer, it's
Yep.
fine. I
Absolutely.
did not realize that. That's really helpful actually,
Yeah, it
because
is.
turning right from the driveway was our question. That was the challenge.
I work on boats, I do not work. in this field.
Would you like the form? I can get you the form.
Like I said, in my email, can you possibly come out
I can do that.
and we can? have
Yeah,
fun
we
with this
can, it's,
weekend?
because of this here, the past, usually it takes me about a week to get settled for all
Oh,
these,
I'm
all
sure.
these things,
I
so
understand.
so I can easily. I can easily arrange something. We got the
Thank
emails.
you.
we can
Yeah,
easily
no
do
problem.
that.
Thank you, thank you.
This is a new form where they're helping me.
Well, you see what they added? I got the okay to add below that. An actual box to write things.
Progress. Love it.
Yeah, I had to move heaven, earth and legal books to get that.
Okay, so violation is found. No fine at this time. Continued two. How much time should we continue this? What do you recommend?
Well, when we could take into consideration that he's gonna be doing it himself, not hiring a contractor, so it could take a little extra time. And seeing as we only have. It's not realistic to do the 29th of this month, not realistic. Next one would be January, but January is not ideal for landscape.
If I put dirt down, I'm not.
Yeah, it's still, yeah, you have to put something down, grass, seeds, something, but that's not gonna take it. But if we gotta actually have something, well, we have to have something that takes, so where I'm going with this is. If you were to do the work, let's say, we allow you to finish a little bit of the addition and all that, and we have you're getting towards the end. Putting the grass down a little bit closer to spring.
When it can actually grow.
Maybe global warming's a good thing here. It's we can, so obviously, we don't have, let me put it this way, we don't have a February meeting scheduled yet. We could do so if you wish.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get more violations, so you assume.
Oh, I'm gonna get more tomorrow.
Okay, so
Yes.
why don't we plan a February
You
hearing?
wanna break out the old schedule there? And let's see what we got.
Just in time for your first birthday.
Oh, we'll have a little cupcake. So the only day I am not open is the 7th. I will be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, so
Oh, very
out of
nice.
here. Every year.
Well, I'm open all February, so. whatever.
Do you really wanna do Valentine's Day?
You know, I'm not open on Valentine's.
I was gonna say, so your wife may have.
I'm just thinking of it.
Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said something.
Let's go to the 21st then.
21st works for me.
Did you notice that?
Just because I'm not married doesn't mean I'm not observant. I know that's the one day I can't have happy hour with my friends.
You would have had it at me if I.
Well, that's true, but I don't want to get you in trouble either, so I'm not gonna do
Okay,
that.
so I got only one hearing in February and that's on, there. It says it in my calendar, I would have picked up. Okay, so we're all set for February. We're gonna continue you to February 21st. 2/21/24 for progress. It's wide open if you've done anything.
Thank you so much.
And I'm giving, this is notice. You're not gonna get all of this
Yeah,
notice.
Constable Bondi's not gonna,
Perfect.
Right now.
I would
and
appreciate that.
I will send a friendly reminder on email as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Appreciate
All
that.
right.
And you guys are all set.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
both
so
of
Rob,
you.
thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming in.
And thanks for behaving the rest.
Yeah,
Well, that was a miracle.
You
itself.
behaved a heck of a lot better than some of the people that come in here.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
thanks,
take care, guys.
Appreciate it.
You got it.
Sure.
Thank you. Oh, we have an interesting development.
What's that?
Remember 9 Godfrey?
I remember.
When we just did, that we had the quote unquote notice issue?
Oh. Okay.
Well, let's get them back here. Let's get,
Put
yeah,
that away first.
yeah, give me, you can still come up here, Guillermo, that's fine. And I just wanna get my ducks in a row here. Oh, where is that colorful drawing I had? There it is. Okay. Let's see. I think. Okay. Try and go in reverse order. Hey. Oh. Oh, there's. Perfect. Look at that. Almost like I knew what I was doing.
Good idea.
Almost like I knew what I was doing, almost. Let's not, jump ahead of ourselves, though. Let's see. And- Ah. Okay. So, Guillermo, this for, like, as I think you said we were trying to be here for like between 4 and 4:30.
Mhm.
So we're like, oh, we don't know where he is. So what we were gonna do, we were just gonna continue it to the next hearing. But seeing as you're here, we'll get
Yeah,
you
because
through.
remember you telling me.
Yeah, they come a little later, yeah,
Come
but
a
I was
little
like-
later, yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe I expected you a little sooner, but not.
I've done those others.
Well, we got, we're okay. I think we're all right. So let me get that one back up again. Let me get Godfrey back up. Let's see. Yeah. No. Say stop share for a moment. Share screen. Yep. All right, now we're cooking. All right. Start from the beginning again? Why not?
Guess so.
9 Godfrey, would you like to swear in the witness?
State your name, please.
Guillermo Sanchez Reyes,
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank
There
you.
we go. Okay. All right. So we may have had a little preview of this a few minutes ago, but we'll do it right here. So I have. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. Okay, let me scroll down here a little bit. There we go. So let's do this again. Housekeeping. There's our notice for today's hearing. Constable Bondi service to the property and the property owner of record. And I have a property owner here, so I'm gonna attest that we have proper notice.
Any objection to notice?
No.
Okay.
Very good.
notice is-
Okay. So let me get this out of here. All right, so last time we were here, now I can go. All right. Last time we were here was all the way back on July 26th. There's the previous decision form. And there's notes from the meeting. And so my very short notes for those at home. We continued the matter to the October 25th hearing, but that hearing was postponed to today. Those hearings were moved to today, because the deputy zoning officer was not in. And so that's why we had some notice. And $5,000 contingent fine contingent on progress of the insurance claims and the permitting process overall. So, if I may continue on here. So I got some pictures here from our last inspection, which actually was a few months ago, if you remember, a while ago.
Yeah,
This is from August. So there's a bunch here. Allow me to kind of zip through these a little bit. Let's see.
Did we ever use these before?
Nope, these are brand new. Brand new pictures. There we go. So I have 9 of them. So this is the rear of the property. This is actually a detached structure at the rear of the property, not the property with the that had the fire. So that's the other side. This is the main house here to the left. Because I also did a lot of pictures because we didn't have a ton of pictures of the entire property the first go around. So I figured since we had the opportunity to get there and do the inspection and follow up, this was a good time to do that. This is the side yard. This is on the other side. This is on that back structure entrance. This was the ring camera. I took a picture of the ring camera so that I let Constable Bondi know that if somebody showed up, somebody may be aware of it. So I was wondering, that was more for him, but I figured to throw it
no,
in.
it's not, right now.
Doesn't
no,
work?
It's not
Doesn't
working,
work?
no, because it's no power,
No power? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that.
yeah.
That's why Constable Bondi looked at me funny. Anyway, so these were the, I wanted to also show these, even though they're not part of the violation, but so you're aware, Guillermo. Are these yours or your tenants?
No, that's the that the company who's gonna start working on a house.
Okay, that's their stuff.
Their stuff, that's the
Okay.
kind of,
'Cause I was gonna say, if they were like your tenants or somebody's, those are not, because they're the company that's doing the work, they're okay.
yeah,
If they weren't, they wouldn't be okay. They'd
yeah,
have to be.
yeah, those
I
are.
wouldn't want you getting in any more trouble.
No, those are the one,
Those are for their
for
company. Okay.
the company who's doing the work.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And this is a wide shot looking into the property. And this is the side yard going up the street. And a little wider shot of that. So that's just an idea of what the rest of the property looks like, because we only had the front of the house before. So let me see, let me go back to right side up. There we go. There we go.
So did you, any objection to these pictures? Those are accurate?
No, that's what it is.
Your house,
That's-
your house, yeah,
That's
that's
it, okay.
Um,
Full exhibits.
fair enough. So on, kind of hard to read, this was a bad stamp job by our admins there, but September 20th, a application was submitted to remedy the main house. Repair fire damage, and there's put it on the record, we have a full set of plans. Just I have no way to copy them to get them on here, but the application was accepted and it was submitted, and that's the contractor. I have his information here. So we do have a contractor underway to do the permitting and do everything that's required. One little snag did come up in that the rear building there that we were showing
Right, yeah.
in the photos. I had to ask Guillermo if there was an apartment in there.
Well, it's nice like a workshop.
right,
It's not, it's like, it's not apartment.
non-apartment, right.
It's a workshop.
Workshop, right. So I want to confirm that and get that on record because we really didn't have anything on record of that back property. So Guillermo was kind enough to have a drawing done of that rear property, so we have it on record, the rear structure, so we have it on record now.
Okay.
And obviously, and this is the email that he sent that with, so we'll verify, obviously, when we do our final inspection, we'll poke our head in
Yeah.
and make sure that matches, but
Sure.
we're more concerned about the main house.
Yeah,
Just this here, we have it on record now,
okay,
and that could affect your, a benefit for you, could affect your taxes, it can make it less, because if the tax department looks at it as fully habitable space, like sleeping and stuff like that,
mhm,
and it's not, they may reduce your taxes as well.
okay,
So that's why that's important to have.
okay,
So I am submitting that we have an application in. We have a contractor that's gonna be handling the paperwork. Now it's a matter of, we gotta get the permits, the paperwork through and work to start.
I wanna make the workshop look better the way it is.
Okay.
But I don't know what, if I need to, what I need to do to put siding in the house, I need to, like, I get in trouble because I put a sheetrock on the basement.
Right, that was,
That's the
that was a
problem.
problem, yes.
Yeah, so that's why I'm here, because I put, so I don't know the code. If he could, I mean, like, in the basement, it was like, I don't put a kitchen, nothing, just,
Right.
it was like, just like covered
Yeah, you
the
put the
walls,
sheetrock walls
put
and all
sheetrock
that.
walls,
Mhm.
and I make a room for the boilers that
Right,
to make it look nice.
right,
But that's why I get it. So it's my first house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not totally sure what to do
right.
or what I need to ask you guys
Yeah.
before I do something.
Yeah, always so you're in the right place. You start with us, no matter what you do,
Okay,
because all the permitting starts with us.
okay,
So if you say, hey, John, I want sheetrock, just using, not siding, use the siding of the house.
uh-huh,
That's not something we'd regulate. We'd say, go to the building department. That
okay,
they go there. If you want to put up walls, like you put up a new wall, that's us. We need to see it on a plan.
okay,
So that always starts, so if you wanna do something, if you wanna, alter this or anything on the inside of the main house, ask us first, we'll tell you what permits are needed.
okay, okay,
So if we'll start with this, but if you think of anything between now and next week you wanna ask, before we get that permit out, email us, you're in contact with me and Jayla,
mhm,
we can put you in the right direction.
okay. Yeah, that's my question, because like I said, it's new for me.
Right,
Like, I thought, it's like, okay, just to make it, like efficient,
Yeah,
like,
you're right,
be like not too, before it was like, the first body was very cold in the winter
Right.
time.
right,
So I insulate it and I put it sheetrock that will make it more,
right.
efficient.
Right, and we'll include that in any of our paperwork. It will just be a matter of, do we inspect it or is the building department inspect it?
Okay,
That's all.
Mhm.
So yeah, just whenever you wanna do something, let us know, we'll include it in the paperwork.
okay,
Anything for either of us?
No, we're really good.
All right, there you go.
When do you want to continue this to?
I was gonna say, that, you know what? Let's see, I think that's a good one for that January hearing. That's on November, yep,
I wanna go home, wanna go to Mexico
okay,
in February.
okay,
Might come back on March 2nd,
okay.
so,
Well, all that we would do on the 10th is, I would say by the 10th of January now,
uh-huh,
that we at least have this paperwork completed.
okay,
So our approval, our documentation is done. I think we can do that in 2 months. We can do that.
okay,
So I think that, and then at that point, we'll have a better idea where you're going forward. And then we can continue it till you come back. So you won't have to worry about it while you're gone.
okay,
I think that's fair, to the 10th.
January 10th?
Yep.
And 24, and what do we want done by then?
The zoning approval.
For zoning approval. Okay. Okay, so violation continues. We found notice, 10 days, 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 10 a contingent fine of $5,000. Next hearing is January 10th, 24, and this is your notice. Going to be here.
And I'm keeping in your mind, you gotta be here again on January 10th.
Yeah.
But we'll be in touch between now and then, and I'll give you a friendly reminder. as well.
Okay, sure.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, Guillermo, you're all set.
All right, well, thank you very much.
You got it. No problem. Take care. We'll be in touch. We'll see
Yeah,
you soon.
all right, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, where's my stuff here? Yeah. Here's this. This. Here. No, we don't have too many more to go. We should be able to fly through this. I think I have nothing else is too overly complex, so that's a good thing. So I have two that they've told me that they are, one's definitely not gonna be here. And another one is all likelihood not gonna be here.
Well, let's go with the definitely.
All right. You may know the individual who said he wasn't gonna be here. One attorney, Abram Heisel.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that.
Okay, so let me just I actually, for this one, so for everybody keeping track at home. I actually. Do not have a presentation for this, only because now.
Can you tell me which, which,
7 Knob Hill, sorry, I apologize, last one on the agenda. So I started doing a presentation, but then Attorney Heisler told me that he would be requesting a continuance. And so I was like, okay, let me put the kibosh on that for a second. So I will, this is the email, everybody. I know it's a little backwards, but I do have an email here that I'll present to the hearing officer. Here. Asking for the continuance. And if the.
how come we just got notice of?
Undefined, well, we always send it out to Peter at least. So we sent these out we give them to Peter at least a week prior, minimum. So it's just a matter of when Peter can deliver it to Attorney Heisler. Or the property owners, I should say, because actually we're under no obligation to deliver it to Attorney Heisler.
I understand.
So. Those are his notices.
Let me ask you this,
Sure.
in Superior Court,
Okay.
if I have an appearance and I get a notice,
Mm-hmm.
we know he's appeared here. I would give him notice.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last thing on it?
We were here on the 20th. It was continued at request of counsel.
Okay,
I remember if you want.
so that was the 20th.
Yep. Let me see.
Continued to 11/1.
Prior to that, if you're interested.
This was on September 20th. It was continued like 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks,
It is.
and he just got notice in the weekend. It was like we had sent him notice along with this.
That's where we could start taking that policy in practice, for when we send somebody requests a continuance, if we have a date scheduled.
Right.
We can, I can send it with that. I can have Constable Bondi just serve an extra page, not gonna bother him any.
Right, and we got him here, we know it's him. And we know it's him.
We know it's him,
So
he messaged, he knows, and we know it's
I
him.
give as much notice as possible, so I don't have to hear that stuff.
Oh, that's fine, and it was, There wasn't much to update anyway.
All right, so let's hear what we got. We're gonna grant the continuance, right?
Right, yeah, grant the continuance, I wasn't asking for, we do have a lot has happened since July 26th, but, I'm not, sorry, not July 26th, September
We'll
20th.
We'll hear all about it next time.
Yeah, that's why I can do the whole shebang next time, so, the decision, where did I put it? Here it is. Nope, not there. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, back, here we go, I got it.
One. I'm fine sitting here.
I don't think I wrote it on that one because it was just a straight continuance. I have it on here. We do have something hanging out there. I know we do. $10,000 contingent fine. That was put on. It was a while ago, I'll give you that. Because it's been around since 2019.
Well, the next hearing, we'll have to pull all this up because it's not.
August 22nd, August 2nd, 2022.
Continue to what date?
Do we want to give them till, I think I put on there the 29th. I think you said it was okay with that. Or, well, that is, here we go. Yeah. 29th.
Continue to 11/29/23. For request. Council. POUNSCO. This looks like Johnny typewriter, Jim. Right.
Council, two of us.
Need notice.
We'll send that out.
Let's get the notice out.
I'll save all this. Why not?
Get it right to Heisman, so he's.
Oh, yeah, well, that was also the thing. Actually, I was like, I think he requested that Constable Bondi serves him so that he, he knows it.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
What would? All yours.
Yeah, that's all mine. Page here, yeah. Okay. All that.
You need a date in advance. See, he's blaming us for not giving enough notice.
You have to give me a date. That's. Didn't bother him in July. Anyway,
Yeah, well.
I know. Let's see, what's my. Let's keep everything in order so that we, for next time. I think we only got two more, I think.
The one is probably not coming out.
The other one, I'm not sure, I haven't heard anything on. The 11 Shady Brook is, I'm 99.5% certain it's not coming. I'd be shocked if they showed up.
And the other one is. Definitely not coming.
No, that was the one that was definitely not coming. 7 Nobel,
We got two.
16 Sycamore and 11 Shady Brook.
Thursday, the 9th.
Yes,
I'm just checking our calendar for that. All right, we'll do that after.
we can do that.
All right, so I'm at 11 Shady Brook.
Yes. Nope, don't want to share that. I want to share this one. There we go. And we're up there, and this is another brand new one.
Yeah, like I said, we'll get more violations.
Yeah, they're always coming in. I kind of pumped the brakes ever so slightly, on this, on putting things in, because we got a lot to, backlog to
Okay.
get through. So anyway. So this is a brand new one. So I always introduce the, complaint first. So that was the complaint we got way back in January.
Ooh. That's too long, huh?
Well, but there might be, maybe a valid reason for this. So if you notice the second part of that complaint, lots of other junk. So this is a blight matter as well.
Oh, wow.
And it has been for a while.
I am following up on my complaint, so the complaint is even earlier than this.
This was a little confusion there from the individual filing the complaint. She filed it with Blight first.
Okay,
So yes, there was a previous municipal complaint, definitely.
this is your first.
This is my go at it.
Okay, got it.
So I talked to the blight officer, Steve Bruski, and he said, he said, yeah, there's a couple of unregistered cars, but they're definitely blight. So they're like, junky, if you will. So he's like, I'll try and get it through my process first. Anybody that's willing to take one off my plate, I am willing to oblige. However, the complainant followed up a few months later in April. Saying, what's going on, the blight process is can at times be just as painful as our process. So given that, I was like, all right, let me kick things back up. Do a quick switch here. And I went out to see what was there. And so I went out, took a couple pictures. This was on May 1st. I don't know why I put 2 first, but you'll get the idea. This is the second picture. This car is not necessarily anything wrong with it, but as you can see in the picture there, there's cars behind it, and sure enough, it's registered. I couldn't really get in there. There's no plate on the front, and a car under policy here is that if I can't see it, I'm going to assume it's unregistered. Decide whether I'm right or wrong. But I digress. Given that we at least had did it again. Why? Thankfully it keeps recording, which is a good thing. Flip this back around the right way. There we go. The owner of record, Barbara Taylor Sachs. And that is what we sent the notice of violation to. And on the screen here. And there's the owner of record, Sachs, and there's the remedy, which is unregistered vehicles, and the setbacks. Definitely one, that's all it takes, in the front setback. Because it can be on the property if it's unregistered, it just cannot be in the front setback. And I can't tell you why, but we did send via constable bonding. I don't know why. We did. Maybe the blight office said they're having a hard time getting a hold of the owner. But regardless, we did get a green card back. And Michael Taylor, I got the help from the blight office, is her son. So I'm going to combine both of those and say that if I may, one more proof of notice. On the 9th of May, got an email. I received your notice. So went with that.
Okay, so notice is found.
All right. So May 9th, that was her response. I gave my usual long-winded response back to her. Basically saying that I can give an extension of 15 days. So she said she would gladly take the 15 days. So that was on the 9th. I then said I probably was a little harsher than I should have been. I said, oh, I'll give you the 25th. That was about 15 days from that, so I give you the 25th. Told me I'm not like that, but I said, like, as long as you gave me a valid registration for the cars, no matter what condition they were in, I'd consider that progress, and we can, you know, she had bigger issues with blight, just as an aside to consider. When you're looking at those pictures, that's the front of the house. The side and the back of the house, to put it kindly, has blight issues. Not necessarily us, but bigger problems than a couple of unregistered vehicles. So I was willing to, you know, work with her a little bit. However, I never received any registrations, anything. Given the nature of the violation and the fact that I got several dozen illegal apartments and auto repairs and things like that, full disclosures kind of got put on the back burner a little bit. And also, and from a legal perspective, the blight department had this one as well. I wasn't the only office with this. But again, neighbors did follow up. They got a couple voicemails asking for progress. So I said, you know, I haven't heard anything. I'll send the citation. And I did send the citation. Sent it on the 18th, again via Constable Bondi. And on the 20th, he made delivery. That is his service. And so I thought that was where this might end. But next two emails are interesting. So I was out of the office after I sent that for a couple of days. And my inspector, fellow inspector Lee DeMarco, she's our compliance inspector. She stopped by on the 20th and spoke to Barbara, the owner, and asked if she could inspect. So it was a bad day, and agreed to come back Monday the 23rd. Lee went back and said she didn't want an inspection without her son present.
Right.
She did note that she can see behind the fence where she was standing that there was an old RV. That's a part of the blight. Not gonna push that any farther. And last but not least, an email from Barbara, the owner, asked 30 days continuance out in my letter. I forgot what letter that was. But it's not mentioned in the citation, but whatever, that's fine. Then, just when we thought this could not get any better. Let's see, let's dig this out. Got an email just today from Barbara with registrations. And so where this leaves me with that development and her request for a continuance, I need to go out there and verify that the car or cars that could be in violation match those registrations. If they do, that's probably okay, unless I find some other, there's other vehicles out there, which if there are other unregistered vehicles, we will, we'll adjust that. And may still be back here. But in the meantime, I am okay with that 30-day continuance, so I can at least have the opportunity to get out there at bare minimum and match registration.
Okay, is this the first time for this?
First time, yeah.
Okay. Violation may be cured.
Maybe.
Mr. Kentucky. Follow up. Fine. No finding. time. Continue to,
As much as the November 29th meeting is, if you wanted 30 days, but we don't have a meeting 30 days out. We had, our next meeting is more like double that.
this
It's
is
not
28 days, but,
28 days, yeah,
oh, okay, good. I gave her 28, she asked for 30.
okay, there you go.
Can't complain, 11,
That's true,
11:29,
11:29, which I hate to pile on.
23, need you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think we may have a solution here, and it's, I just hope that, those are the only red
These things go to 3 pages now, they're stuck in street.
Yeah, I know. I get it, but I don't, if you know what I mean, I get it. It's much more clear. But
If
I
I
think,
say I want $1,000, do I have to fill this out? I'm not gonna,
yeah, yeah.
that's not how I will do it.
Well, no, but
I just-
technically,
I just write total assessment.
well,
We'll see when we get to this form on the
I'm just. I'll have a little fun here. The general public can't see what I'm doing here at this one, but let's say you did do $1,000, if you did.
Right.
So it'd be divided by 150. So you would put 6 point,
For the whole thing, just like that.
I would love it if you did that.
That's what I would do.
I would absolutely love it. So it'd be the equivalent of 6 days, 6 point. Days, yeah.
Good.
So that's. Whatever, so we'd have to break that out. The calculator there. Whenever.
Well, we'll see. Let's,
Yeah, we'll see. No, I'm agree. We will see. But we haven't had, we're gonna cross that yet. But there will be more.
I love when people make forms and don't show them to the people who have to use them.
And I did mention that. I said, Tony Sapienza, I said, wasn't a great idea just to throw this out there. Just to give you a heads up. And he's like, what's wrong? I said, well, for one, there's nowhere to write anything. So he was so kind to give me that box. I said, all right, I'll try this one. Try it and see how it looks, how it goes.
See if I do that.
Yeah, see what happens next. Okay, so last but not least, this was the one I had no idea if they were coming or not, so
Presume they're not
I'm gonna
here.
assume it's been 2 hours, 10 minutes.
After 5, let the record reflect, it's 10 after 5, they're not here. We're continuing without them.
Fair enough, that's the previous form. And so, first page. Yeah. Do a picture of this if you want.
Yeah.
But it may be even simpler than that, if I may. So. Last time we were here. Was September 20th. And at that hearing, continued to today. No fine assessed. 2,500 contingent fine. Must have progress to avoid fine. So again. I think we're gonna see a wash, rinse and repeat of the last one we had. That is Constable Bondi's service with our notice, but it was a abode service. And until today. This morning, I was gonna be a little concerned about that. However. And this was after I made my memo. The property owner did get a hold of me, late this morning. And. Said that, he would try, but no guarantee to be here. And he just got back into the country because his father had passed. And they had to. His father lived here. And. They had to bring him back to his home country for burial. And he just got back from that. So he asked for some more time, which he would need anyway, because nothing's been done, so, I said I would, ask for a reasonable time from, on the phone, he did ask for, he asked for 6 months. And I said, I don't think that's gonna happen. So I have no problem seeing as there's already a contingent fine out there of continuing that to, ugh, January. I know, right? Or, we could do January,
Let's do January, we're getting really booked.
and I would, if I may request on the decision
We don't have
form,
anything in December.
well, it's because of the way the holidays line up. Because, so we have a meeting on the 29th of November. We don't do meetings back to back, so that takes out the 6th. 13th, I believe, is Hanukkah, or during Hanukkah.
That's not, that doesn't matter.
Oh, it isn't? Oh, that's why we did it, because we said, oh, it's Hanukkah and Christmas back to back, we didn't do that.
Hanukkah's not gonna be, there's nobody who can't come here on Hanukkah. Hanukkah's not a.
Well, I'm just, we can't, as you can see, we don't have our meeting, any commission meetings that week, that's what, those boxes, those are all commission meetings. And we don't have them there because of that said reason.
Can't imagine.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want, we could schedule a meeting for the 13th or something like that, that's fine with me, so we don't have this backlog on the,
Right, yeah.
10th.
Yeah,
And we can easily do that, that's not a problem. I know Hanukkah's not the big holiday in the, calendar there, but so is a holiday.
you say, so is Saint Swithin's Day.
I know, so, yeah,
So we're looking.
so is
at-
today, All Saints Day apparently, but you know,
So we're looking at the 13th.
if you want to do it 13, we can do that, I have no problem, I'll be here.
So that's now my calendar.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so. Then we will, we got one, it's the only one so far.
Which actually, that's kind of beneficial because if I send any new ones, I can get those on the 13th, I'll have to log them on to the 29th
Oh, great, okay.
or the 10th,
Okay,
so that's good, so yes, right now, there's only one, yes,
All right, but don't
that'll fill up.
filter that in. Find more.
Oh, I'm sure I will, I'm
Okay.
good at that.
Okay, so. Anyway, did we find a violation? Did we?
Oh, we did,
Oh, yeah.
long ago,
Okay.
yeah, this one's been around since the summer.
Violation continues. Okay, contingent fines,
2,500, I know it's on here.
okay. Contingent fine of $2,500 remains. Continue to 12/13/23, need a notice. Okay, that's,
There we go, that works. Works for me. And get that tidied up here real quick. So now, and I also have his phone number, I wrote it down. Well, I wrote it down right there, my
okay,
admin did, so now I have his number, I can get hold of him if
okay, so let's
I need the thing.
get action.
It was good when I'm able to get a contact number for folks. Cause I don't, I don't have those out the gate, so if they don't call me, email me, or stop in, I have nothing.
Right. Okay.
All right, well, let's
I'll
get
be
this.
back. I wanna go over a couple other things, so I gotta go back to the minutes.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done. So, our next meeting will be October, will be November 29th.